Nazi bitch! Get me out of this game now! Can you dig it?
Can I have one?
What?
A cheese puff. Can I have one?
Mason, I'm kind of busy here.
I just died, Ruby.
So have a cheese puff!
Sweet. Thanks, Allison. Ooh, what does this do?
Hello everyone. First thing before I start the review, I want to thank Brian for coming on the show today. Yeah, he'll review later because his review has spoilers. But I'll start first. Anyways, the pilot of Alpha Beta is from the creators of Rick and Morty and Human Discoveries, starring Evan Fong, Vanoss Gaming as Eddie, Brian Michael Hamby, Terrorizer as Buck, Tyler Wine Wildcat as Tommy, and Marcel Cunningham, basically I do work, as Mason. Now, I was very excited to see this show, mainly because I grew up with these guys and they were always hilarious with their entertaining videos and hilarious comedic timing. I'm glad these guys got the chance to make a show, and I really like the concept behind it. Now, this show currently has the pilot up on Vanoss Gaming's channel, and judging by what I saw, it needs to be picked up by streaming service immediately. Even though this was a pilot episode, I would love for the show to continue. There is a lot of potential in this, and I would love for it to get picked up by like Netflix because I think it would fit there, but that's just personal preference. Let's talk about the voice acting of the show. The voice acting is really good considering YouTubers turned actors usually bring in bad performances, but here everyone was doing an amazing job. You can tell that the group had a lot of passion in what they were doing and they wanted to make, and they didn't just half-assed it. Also, I swear these guys played background characters too, and the one Terrorizer played had me laughing because he's imitated this type of voice in videos before, but now that's in a TV show, I think that's hilarious. Anyways, back to the topic. The comedic timing of these guys continue to be amazing, with me dying of laughter with almost any joke these guys made. Don't worry, I won't spoil the jokes. As for the characters that aren't Eddie, Buck, Mason, and Tommy, I really like them. For once, a show didn't make me say, go back to the cooler stuff. As of right now, there is no that character. That ruins the fun of the show. Gotta give props to Chris Bruno and David Howard Lee for an amazing pilot too. I did like the animation style, and I'm glad that they didn't just steal the animation style from Rick and Morty and try to copy their humor. I'm looking at you, Hoops from Netflix. Also, these four have something amazing that I hope studios notice. They are charismatic and work well together. The charisma levels on these guys are through the roof. If you need any proof of that, just watch the scene where they are just sitting on a couch doing nothing. The action of the show was great, and I love that they didn't pussy out on the violence and jokes. If the show does get picked up, it would most definitely up the violence and jokes. Aside from some bad fart jokes, I loved everything about this pilot. Everyone gave it their 100% and it deserves to be acknowledged. What I didn't like is just minor problems that won't affect the final score. Overall, it's a 10 out of 10. You guys should see it and give it some love so it can get greenlit for more episodes. It's on Vanoss Gaming's YouTube channel. Go watch it. Also, Brian, if you're watching this, you are my favorite.
I need some help over here. Oh. Oh, what the fuck?
I didn't think you would hit.
You fucking
Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit.
What happened?
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Oh, my God.
So after a couple of weeks of hyping up the show all over social media, Alpha Beta's finally came out on YouTube, and I really liked it. There was a lot of skepticism surrounding the show for me due to how poor previous attempts from other YouTubers have been at making movies or shows, and I came out pleasantly surprised at how high the level of production was behind this. I feel that everything was done very well for the most part. It was very well written, the comedy landed a good majority of the time, the voice acting was pretty damn good, considering that Brian, aka Terrorizer, is the only one as far as I know that has any experience in voice acting.
Did you alert the authorities?
Hell no. It was the best sex I ever had.
Dragging off and impersonating humans. This coyote problem is worse than we thought, Kurt.
Actually, I think it's fake news.
And it was surprisingly well animated as well. Not gonna lie, it took a little bit of getting used to hearing their voices on different characters, but the voice acting felt so natural that as the episode continued, I got used to it pretty quick. Another thing that I felt they did a great job with was explaining why the Energy Division and Alpha Team exists to begin with. It was a huge question I had going into this pilot. Like, how the fuck does this concept make any sense? It was also clever to use Daryl for exposition and pretty much dump all this information as to why all of this exists to begin with. Also, the line Daryl says once everything is explained to him.
That checks out. I don't have any further questions about the premise.
Pretty much showing us that the showrunners also knew very well what they were using this character for. While on the topic of humor, I felt that most of the jokes landed, but there were just a few that just missed the mark a bit for me. But it wasn't to the point where it was really concerning at all, because like I said, it was all pretty good. I found the running joke of Buck's leg to be pretty funny, especially the ways Eddie, Tommy, and Mason would all bring it up and make him super defensive over it. On the topic of Buck as well, it made me laugh a lot at the end when Eddie takes out 2 Buck Chuck and he's finally able to have a good conversation with Ruby, only for Buck to interrupt them by saying,
Yeah, Ruby. Yeah, it was. There is a giant hole in my tiny legs! Get me out of this game now!
I had honestly forgotten about Buck and the fact that he was shot due to everything else that was going on at the moment, so it was hilarious to just throw it back to him angrily, since not only did the characters, but the audience also forgot about the fact that he was just there injured the whole time. That bit to me was so damn funny, along with Tommy having the jump with the horse we made so dramatic and epic, only for him to miss the horse completely and to get killed by it. It was also quite the twist how at the end it's shown that Allison was actually the one behind the whole attack and Red Hair intervention, and that she has Bravo team that is working to get Alpha Team fired. So there's definitely a lot more going on here than what it seems. There was a lot I felt was done very well with this pilot episode, and I'm honestly hoping we get to see another episode sooner rather than later, because I feel like this pilot and premise has shown that there's a lot of potential here. If the ending is any indication, then I have a feeling we will be hearing about the show again pretty soon, since it does seem they have plans for future plots within the show. Also, seeing as the pilot already has nearly 2.2 million views as of recording this, and how well it's been received not only by fans but creators alike, I think it is very likely we're going to be hearing about the future of the show pretty soon. Thank you to Oxygen Free for letting me get on here real quick to drop my thoughts on alpha betas, and free the homie Lisa. They ain't doing nothing wrong, man, come on.